Hi, I'm Marcie.
And I'm Nini.
This
And
is
this is
the
the
M&M.
M&M steak too.
Okay. Sometimes you can start. Okay.
No, because
because
the
M&M.
M&M.
Dang it.
It was totally her idea to like pause,
Okay.
week afterwards.
I have no
Yep.
coordination.
No.
This is why I don't play video games either. So, hi, people. We're test driving some new mics today. The little lapels. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes. Hello.
So yeah, I've gotten some comments on my shirts, so I'm going to try to wear fun shirts every episode if I can. Today's shirt, shout out to all my paraprofessionals, because it takes a lot of sparkle. Anyway,
It sure does.
and you have a lot of sparkle.
Aw.
You do, Nini.
Thank
you. All right,
You're
so
a good friend.
on today's episode, we're just going to kind of rant and rave a little bit about wanting to get, like for paras, for us to get paid the Skrilla a little bit more, we have to have more education. And sometimes to get there, you'll have to get a teaching degree, which is awesome. I'm a emergency substitute, which I love. I haven't got to endure in that. I'm just able to step in for the teacher in which I work under. And you have done that too, right, Miss Nini?
I have done that multiple times.
Times. And that was why I have 2 bachelor's degrees. Neither one of them are in education. So that's why I'm able to do that route of the emergency substitution certificate. But Miss Nini is working on her legit teaching certificate, which you pretty much already have.
Yes. So my plan was to go through this college and get a dual elementary education and special education
endorsement. Okay.
Yes. My church has this program that I went to for 1 year, and the price was amazing. We were able to pay everything out of pocket. And so I wanted to do as much as I could through this church program and this church school up until it was time for me to transfer over to a different school where I could get the dual bachelor's. So I was talking to somebody at this school that does the dual bachelor's. And I'm not sure what he was doing, but all of a sudden I get a new phone call from a new guy at the school, and he's like, "Hey, I'm your new mentor. Tell me what's going on." And I told him, and he said, "Okay, send me your transcripts. Let's see where you're at." And he says, "Oh, well, the good news is you only have 4 classes to take to get your degree. The bad news is we can't transfer over 100 credits. And you'd have to make up 104. So that was kind of, I cried.
I would have been livid.
I cried. I was
it's
like,
all about a money game sometimes, I think.
What's this other guy doing? Like, how I was sending him
was
my
this
transcript.
At that school that's to you?
That's,
yep. Yeah. I've heard a lot of people have some, but it's great on your own time. That's the program's great if you can work it and work at your own time, because it costs the amount costs the same no matter if you go for 18 months or 6 months or whatever.
Well,
but anyway.
Sort of,
kind of.
So I cried that night.
I remember.
I talked to my husband, and I'm like, am I even supposed to be a teacher? Like, what am I supposed to do? So with lots of prayer and lots of discussion between my husband and I, we decided that I would just finish my bachelor's through the school from my church and just continue through there. They don't have a teaching degree online. That's why that was my issue. They didn't offer online teaching degrees there. So I finished there, got my bachelor's, and this was last year, September of 2023.
So what exactly is your bachelor's in from that school?
It is professional studies.
Okay.
Yeah. I had gotten 3 certificates underneath it. One of them was education foundations. So I did get a little bit of schooling in there for teaching. I also got an administrative assistant.
Nice.
I love the typing and the computer work and whatnot.
You are definitely a personal assistant and very organized when you can be.
When I can be, yes.
No, I mean, not, you don't have to be organized in stuff, but you're organized in your planning.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah. Well, and then my third one is home and family studies, which, children.
We still need that, but they've kind of taken that. That's going to be out of the equation soon, just with arts and music soon.
Exactly.
Because they don't have it home ec anymore. It's called family studies or something like that.
I don't even know anymore.
Home and community studies or something.
Yeah. There's no more home ec or anything, which I loved when I was younger.
And it really helped me, even though I had a grandparent at home teaching me how to cook and those old traditions. I wish, because there's a lot of kids that don't even know how to open a can of soup these days. They just know how to order McDonald's on the app. So that's what's scary, people.
It's a scary world. Well,
but okay, so moving on.
So I graduated 2023 in September.
And then you moved on.
And then November the same year, I started my master's program through the same place because it was so inexpensive, the WGU. Yeah, I started a master's program in special education. So here we are. It's December of 24, and I am done with all my classes.
Just waiting to do your student teaching.
I've been done. Yep, I've been done since October, but I've had to wait for test results, test scores being turned into my school, all this kind of other stuff that I pretty much test scores. And with the mentor that I have, he's in the East Coast, and there was a tornado. Hurricane. That's what it was. And so there was a lot of just miscommunication. And so time, of course, was not my friend. Now it's
But you
December.
aced all your scores and you're ready to go.
Yes, I'm done. Everything is ready. And so now I'm ready to start student teaching.
Which is how long?
60 days or 12 weeks.
Right.
I just got the okay yesterday that I can start. I'm scheduled to start January 6th when we go back to school.
And your plan was to basically student teach under the teacher that you work for now, correct?
Exactly. I was told by multiple people, the principal of another school I worked at and the special education director, that I would be able to work while doing my student teaching because it's in the same classroom and I have the same responsibility. I was looking forward to that. And then also yesterday, I found out that I am not able to work and student teach at the same time.
Which I don't make sense, because if you look at that, there's pathways to getting a degree that you can do if you're an employee already. So that's where I'm a little confused, because I'd like to bring that up. I'm just saying.
And my schooling is actually gung-ho about me working while student teaching because they know how special it is. I'm doing a bunch of the same things the teacher is doing during the day, but there are other things that I will have to do, like IEP meetings and BIT plans, which is behavior intervention plan. IEP meetings is individual education
plans or practices.
Program, plans, specifically for students. And so all of those can be done like outside of the school hours, which I don't have a problem doing. That's part of my learning, is working outside of the school hours anyway.
Right.
So all of the stuff I was planning on doing while working and doing my job as normal, but now I can't. And I'm frustrated because I've been told that I could, and now all of a sudden I can't. So I could have been saving this whole time so that I could have planned for the time that I wasn't getting paid while student teaching.
Well, I don't understand the issue, because that money that in your position already has already been budgeted for you. So it's a win-win situation. Yeah, you'll be doing extra work, but they don't have to pay you for that extra work because you're getting school credit for it.
Yeah.
So that's the way they should think about it. And you know what? I think as student teaching as doing an internship, and there's paid internships and there's unpaid internships. And this is just a paid internship, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So,
well, and then the teacher I'm working with even said, like, we don't need another person in the classroom. Why have me sitting there as the student teacher doing the same thing I'm doing when I'm really working, and having somebody else come in and be me not knowing what to do?
Who already has a rapport with the students as well. I mean, the only duty could still do other duties. I mean, I could help with lunch because I don't mind giving up my lunch. I mean, but union rules, that's where I'm kind of not. Anyway, union's a whole other thing.
Well, it's the thing is, and the after.
It's the before and after duties right now. Well,
yeah, and recess.
And that's the big thing for bringing in a sub. You could bring in a PTA mom to come volunteer for that.
I don't know exactly if that's the reason why. That's me assuming.
Well, I think there's a lot of,
what happens when you
assume. Like right now, I work with preschoolers. I don't know a lot of the students at our school, I'll be honest, and that's on me. Some of them I do know because I was helping in DLC last year for like 3 months, but I know those students better than anyone. I don't really know anybody at my school, which is sad because we're kind of out on an island by ourselves, That's the thing. But I also have to do duties with the whole other school. So like pickup line, people are shouting at me like, hey, so-and-so blah, blah, blah is here. And I'm like, I don't know. Who is that kid? I don't know.
Yeah.
And they're not listening to me. I'm in charge of 4th and 5th grade line. They have their phones out. They have this out. And I'm like, could you please put away your phone? And they're like, who are you? Even though I have a badge, like they don't care. So I'm just a warm body. And I'm there for like 15 minutes to waste my time when I could be getting other prep work done in my classroom for my teacher who needs that help. So because we have a lot of data we have to collect.
Hands-on stuff
Hands-on
too
stuff.
as well. Yeah.
But anyway, I'll get off my
But so you're just a little frustrated.
I'm just a little
right
frustrated
now.
with the way system is. And I think it can be challenged. I really do. But I understand if I don't see it as being a annoying employee or whatever. I see you as being like, what's that old movie? Billie Jean, like fire is fire, you know, because you're not
that movie.
You know, remember what I'm talking about? Yeah. Oh, no, Billie Jean. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it. And even if it's just a simple conversation of just an email and then the school board saying, why pay somebody? Because the subs get paid more than us, right?
I don't
Because they're
know.
non-contracted.
I'm sure.
Well, they don't get any benefits. So therefore they get
True.
all of their money at once. So
True.
in the end, it's saving the school district money, in my opinion.
Okay.
I'm just saying. And so if some administrators from our school are watching this, which I know you are,
thanks for the email, by the way.
Thank you for the email. Appreciate it. And I try to be hilarious, even in times like this. I'm just saying it's a benefit. And what if you want us to stay in the district because we are good pieces to the puzzle that make things work and we're dedicated, especially in the departments that we work in, somebody else is going to grab us up, you know?
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. And my heart is in SPED. I
will
love SPED forever. I had left it for a year and a half, and really missed it. Yeah, I know that this is where I'm supposed to be. And I've learned a lot about SPED kids. And one thing that is super important for those kids, yes, consistent. We have to be consistent. And this is not being consistent.
And I think
changing things up on them is not easy for them.
And it also helps them be it's beneficial for both, right? It's beneficial for you. It's benefits for them. You know the parents already. You've already engaged. Like it's a win-win.
Yeah.
It really is. Yeah. So I have to say that my heart is in SPED as well. I mean, I really do miss the challenges of DLC, but I have new challenges with little ones, which I love and sometimes want to rip my hair out, but that's okay. Diaper changing, it's way easier when they're little than when they're big. And
this is true.
I have an amazing team in my classroom. We really support each other really well. And the other thing I want to say is that like today, a kiddo that is very like has their person, and their person is usually my coworker. Today, that kiddo, it's a girl. She came in and she's usually just like, yeah. And today she copied everything I said and smiled at me. And I was like, oh, I was just like, it melted my heart. It was amazing.
The connection there.
Yes.
Yeah.
She still won't sit on my lap, but not that I want her to, but it's just like, she came up to me and was like,
oh,
she had the little dinosaurs and she's like, meh.
That's awesome.
So yeah. And we had some bites today. Not on me though. The children bit each other. So I stopped it actually, but it was almost but you know, kids that don't have words, they express themselves in other ways. And he had warned the other kid, like, hey, you are in my bubble. He screamed in his face and was like, get away. But that kid just was not reading the room.
Unfortunately.
I think I was one of those kids.
Really?
I'm just sometimes I just don't get it. But now as an adult, I get it.
Yeah.
So but that's what we
are. Yeah.
Stay tuned next week for part 2.